I'm Marc Dervaes. I'm 48 years old. I've been living in Colorado Springs since 2004. Retired from the Army in 2011. And right now I volunteer for a couple of nonprofit agencies that are for veterans and for veterans recovery. Had my arm taken from me in 2009 while I was in the Army.
I'm Michi, Marc's wife. We've been married for 23 years, and after he got injured, I started to take care of him as a caregiver.
That's true. Losing an arm is not an easy adjustment. To have her there with me was very instrumental in my recovery, very instrumental. My Paralympic experience started very abruptly, and it got real very fast. To go down the road as a Paralympian and to go all over the world and represent the United States as a para-snowboarder, was such an awesome experience. I'm a whitewater kayaker. I learned to whitewater kayak post-injury. I'm also into archery. I'm an instructor at Archery School of the Rockies. It's in Colorado Springs. Because I don't wear a prosthesis on a regular basis, I overuse my left arm. And what was happening is the left shoulder was starting to degenerate. I would constantly have back pain because it would pull my back in one direction because I'd be overloading just one side of my body. I wasn't doing bimanual tasks, and everything just started to become out of whack.
A year before he even started to get the extreme pain, he saw Dr. Weinstein. Fast forward a year, we walked in and he had gotten injections just to put a Band-Aid on it. However, we walked in and the first appointment, she took an x-ray and she said, "I don't want to sugarcoat this, you need a shoulder replacement."
I was not willing to live in that much pain anymore. And when the staff and the team knew what I did for a recreational sport, they were concerned. In fact, when I demonstrated to Dr. Weinstein how I actually do archery, he was concerned about my prognosis, for sure. And when he knew I was an amputee to begin with and the shoulder that was being operated on was my good arm, there was a lot more concern. Once I found out the Center of Orthopaedic Excellence were a Olympic and Paralympic focused group, I was kind of overwhelmed, and I was like, maybe this was kind of a fate thing. Maybe I was called here. When I started meeting folks like Dr. Martyak and Dr. Weinstein and hear about the success stories from those two individuals, it really helped me digest what I had coming. Post-surgery, I go over to the therapy center, and the therapy center greeted me with open arms. That's when the recovery started, and that's when I made a giant leap in my recovery. The chronic arthritic pain that I was having in my shoulder and the inflammation and the pain that I was having in my elbow, causing me to lose sensation in my hand and lose my grip in my hand that Dr. Martyak addressed, was gone. As I'm progressing through my recovery, I felt that I was moving and I could do certain chores around the house and take a load off of Michi because she was doing everything, and as an amputee, it was tough for me to really do a whole lot. My driveway is sloped. This is mid-January. We had this crazy fog in Colorado Springs right around that time that put this slick surface all over everything. But I was driving the trash can down to the sidewalk and it got away from me. My feet come out from under me. I tucked my arm in and fell right onto my shoulder. And I knew immediately I did something wrong. I knew immediately.
And Dr. Weinstein came and said, we need to do a scope to see what's going on. And I guess when he went under the knife with a scope, they found that he had torn off his rotator cuff, which was shattering news.
Yep. He said that there was a tear in my subscapularis and supraspinatus. He puts a couple of tests together. He's like, we're going in. And he found what he found, he fixed it. So I'm taking this one slow. I owe it to myself, and I owe it to the Center of Orthopaedic Excellence to be the best that I can be in my endeavors, and especially with being a kayaker and being a bow hunter and teaching those two unique sports to folks. It's what defines me.